1977 FJ40, and this is the real reason I came to Salt Lake City. Welcome inside my hotel room in Salt Lake City. Let's do a quick little hotel room tour. Let's turn on some lights in here. What do you got? Okay, here's the bathroom. So I just got in. This is my first time checking this all out. All right, we got our closet here, bathrobes, coffee. I'm gonna need a lot of that tomorrow. Sink, all right. Where's the light switch here? Another sink, two sinks. Toilet, boom. Pretty standard hotel stuff. As we go in here, wow. This room is massive, okay. So we got a little desk here. I'm gonna do a lot of my work there. The reason I'm here is for Toyota Landcruiser Heritage Edition. So as you can see, little care package schedule from Toyota. Wonder what's in here. Should we open it? We should open it. Okay, let's do an unboxing. All right, let's see what we got here. Toyota Landcruiser, this is the heritage badging that's gonna be on the vehicles. Welcome to Salt Lake City. We're pleased to have you join us. Take time of my busy schedule to attend our program. Cool. Wow, it's like Christmas time. That is pretty cool. I'm not a huge swag guy. I have a lot of, sorry about the hat hair. I have a lot of stuff already, and usually when there's more swag, it's just stuff that's gonna get, you know, thrown in my closet or whatever. This, let's see, where's the mirror at? I'll just look into the camera. Pretty cool hat. And looks like a shirt as well. Oh, man, this is cool. So these are all the grills and badging from all the Landcruisers throughout history, and then it's got the Landcruiser Heritage Museum logo on the back. That is really cool. Oh my gosh, it's a long sleeve. What? That's dope. Yeah, all right. Yeah, so the Heritage Museum for Landcruisers is here in Salt Lake City, which is why we're here to test out these vehicles. And we're gonna do some on-road driving. Oh wait, that wasn't it. That's not all. Got a pin and a patch. The old four-wheel drive logo, that's really cool. See, that stuff I'm gonna actually wear. So that's kind of nice. And let's look at the view. Yeah, so Landcruiser Heritage Museum, going there tonight. You'll see some of the video from there in like 10 seconds, probably 30 seconds. And then we're gonna go up to Snowbird Ski Resort and do some off-roading tomorrow. Let's check out the view from this hotel. Really dirty window, but the view's really nice downtown. You can see the mountains over there. And because I'm a corner unit, let's see if I can figure out how to open these. Oh, what? Is there a balcony? Heck yes. That's dope. Look at those mountains, man. And look at that voodoo blue TRD Pro down there. What a view. That's awesome. Whew. Almost just dropped the camera off the balcony. All right. Well, I got some work to do before we head to the Landcruiser Museum. So I'm going to peace out for now, and I'll catch you guys in a few minutes.
Obviously, there were a lot of Land Cruisers at the Landcruiser Heritage Museum for me to drool over, but by far my favorite to check out were the Expedition 7 Land Cruisers. Those Land Cruisers have been driven all over the world. One of them actually had been driven on 7 continents, and they were all 70 series Land Cruisers. There was also a Toyota Hilux there that had been driven across Antarctica. I've been fortunate enough to drive on, think about this, 5 out of the 7 continents. The only 2 that I haven't driven on are Africa. I haven't been to Africa at all, and Antarctica. I've only traveled on foot in Antarctica and by boat. But it's definitely a goal of mine to be able to one day drive on all 7 continents. So to see a vehicle, 170 series specifically, the 70 series being my favorite Land Cruiser, and to see the one there that is the only vehicle in the world that has been driven on all 7 continents was really, really awesome. Before dinner, we got a quick tour of the 2020 Land Cruiser Heritage Edition. Talked about what makes that different from the regular 200 series, which you can check out in a video that I'll link here. And then we went back to the hotel, and the next morning we walked out the front doors of the hotel, and there were 7 different kinds of Land Cruisers waiting for us. So now we're in a 1991 80 series, and we just got out of the 2019 200 and then the 2020 200 Heritage Edition. And which way do we go? Let's see.
I think we go up and crane around.
Okay, so I'll go left. And this thing smells exactly like that's the one thing you can't see through the camera, is what this thing smells like. It just like smells like the early 90s. It smells exactly like Alex Kirstein's 1997 Tacoma that we drove to Banff. And this is a generation actually older than what I am looking for, which is a 100 series. Mostly, you know what? After this though, I might add this to the list. Startup was a little rough. This car is almost as old as I am. Oh man, we got another vintage one behind us. So this is the last series that had the inline 6 in the United States. The 70 series is still made overseas. Can't get one here, unfortunately, and we're not going to be able to drive one today, which is a little bit of a bummer, since that is my favorite series Land Cruiser. I've ridden around in them in New Zealand and was supposed to drive one in Iceland until someone rolled it, so they ruined all the fun for me. But the 80 is so awesome. It's got the diff lock on low range, and it just crawls over everything. This thing probably sucks on the highway. It feels like your grandpa's old recliner in this seat. Oh, it sounds so good. Oh my gosh, I want one of these so bad. Family moments aside, like getting married and all that stuff, getting a dog, this might be the best day of my life. So the steering's a little floaty, it's not as on point as a new vehicle, but this thing is almost 30 years old, so it makes sense. It's just, we're not doing any like hardcore off-roading. This vehicle is on loan from the Heritage Museum, so we don't want to wreck anything. There's only so many 1991 80 series left. But it still climbs over everything super easily. And while it's not going to be as comfortable on road as a 100 series or a 200 series, I mean, I have driven a 97 Tacoma like hundreds of miles, and it's a different kind of comfortable. You know, you give up a lot of comfort, and there's like, obviously it's 91, there's no touchscreen, there's no nav, anything like that. But you kind of are transported back in time with a vehicle like this, and there's something insanely comfortable about these seats, these brown cloth seats, this brown interior that just puts a smile on your face. It's only one of 6 I'm gonna get to drive today. So we've driven the 200, the 200 Heritage, and now the 80 series. So halfway there. Loving the bench seat.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, my short legs in a seat that you can't move. All right, so this is a 1977 55 series Land Cruiser. It's only got 135 horsepower, and that's probably brand new at sea level. We are about a mile up. And it definitely doesn't have that here. 210 foot-pounds of torque. And this is the first manual Land Cruiser I have ever driven. The 40 is also a manual, and maybe the 60 that is here. I haven't driven that one yet either. The clutch is surprisingly forgiving. I feel like I was expecting it to be much more difficult than it was. And you're not going to hit highway speeds with this thing by any means. Be lucky to hover around 60. But we're not on the highway. We are on a very light off-road trail. To be fair, I've driven up driveways that were a little bit bumpier than this. But these are vintage vehicles that are on loan, so don't want to do crazy things with them. I mean, I want to. We just can't. This steering wheel is nuts. Oh man, yeah, okay. I'm turned like all the way up. All right.
You're good, you're good. Just slow.
Alrighty, we did it.
Like I was saying, like you.
Alrighty. Well, let's throw it into first on a hill.
I can do the same thing.
Sorry about all that clutch smell back there.
Oh, you're good.
Yes! This is quick. This is fun. This is a 1977 FJ40, and this is the real reason I came to Salt Lake City. I have never driven a 40 Series Land Cruiser in my life, and it is a dream come true right now. 135 horsepower, 210 pound-feet of torque. This thing is actually pretty quick. I'm surprised. I'm gonna keep it in second gear because we're going uphill. Just got out of the 60 series, and comparatively, this is a race car, or at least feels like it while going up this hill. I love everything about the 40 series. I love its looks. I love the seats in the back that face each other. I love the white roof. I love the yellow paint. Every single thing about it. Whoa! Yes! 30 miles an hour. Speed limit. Let's see how long it takes to get there. Waiting. All right, I'm not gonna get there. It's just not happening uphill. This steering wheel is massive, and like a lot of the older ones that we've driven so far, pretty floaty. And the interior is not quiet at all. It is very loud. This car has definitely been driven. So this, like all of the vintage Land Cruisers that we've been driving, is on loan from the Landcruiser Heritage Museum here in Salt Lake City. And I'll tell you what, I've driven a regular 200 series today, a 200 series Heritage Edition today, a 100 series, an 80 series, a 60 series, a 55, and now the 40. And of all of them, while this isn't one that I would call something to daily drive, out of all of them, this is by far my favorite. The thing that you can't tell about this car from looking at the video or listening to it, well, it's super loud so you could hear everything, is the smell of like all sorts of automotive fluids mixing together at once, plus exhaust. Oh, it's probably not good for you. It's definitely not good for you, but man, it feels so right. The steering's kind of all over the place, as to be expected. The transmission, it's better than it was in the 60 series, but it's okay. I don't have much to complain about with this moment right now. This is like a moment I've dreamed about for a long time, and you know, I'm not gonna even say anything negative about this car. This is a perfect moment. And the fact that a brand new Ford Raptor is stuck behind me makes it even better. I have been fortunate enough to drive a lot of cars in my lifetime, and this one might take the cake. It definitely lives up to the anticipation of it all.